Mamata Banerjee seems to have filed a caveat in the Supreme Court. Now, this caveat that has been filed in anticipation of an ED appeal, and the caveat means that the plea to the SC that do not pass any order without hearing her side. Now, she is anticipating that the ED will now move Supreme Court seeking CBI probe against her for storming into the premises of a political consultancy firm, that is IPAC, and the residence of its co-founder Pratik Jain, where the ED was carrying out searches in connection with the money laundering case. Let's get connected with Harish on this. Harish, good afternoon. Well, the matter was supposed to be taken up in the Calcutta High Court yesterday, but that did not happen, and it now remains to be seen how the ED is now looking forward as far as this entire case is concerned. But Mamata Banerjee also seems to be prepared, filing this caveat before the Supreme Court.
Yes, that's right, Amita. Good morning. Related to IPAC raid row, Mamata Banerjee has filed, the West Bengal government has filed a caveat in Supreme Court. Caveat essentially means, Amita, an application where one side says that no order be passed without hearing them, without giving them notice. So, as you rightly said, Mamata Banerjee and West Bengal government is anticipating that ED will move now Supreme Court, seeking CBI probe against for storming into premises of political consulting firm IPAC and the residence of its co-founder Pratik Jain, where the ED was carrying out searches in connection with the money laundering case. This is after the Kolkata High Court acting Chief Justice Sujay Paul had denied urgent interim relief sought by ED seeking listing and bench change and fixed the matter for January 15. So, in a way, Mamata is anticipating that after not getting an urgent hearing, ED might move the Supreme Court. So she says that she urges the Supreme Court that let no hearing happen and no order be passed without hearing her side. Remember, right. Amita, Mamata Banerjee is alleged to have taken various documents and electronic evidence from IPAC link premises during Thursday's ED raid. This is what the ED is alleging. She has alleged that it contained, but she alleges that the files contained information about her political party and not wrongdoing. According to reports, IPAC has been working with Trinamool Congress post 2019. So, in a way, the caveat says that please don't pass any order without hearing my side.
All right. That seems to be the contention there as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, knocking the doors of the Supreme Court in anticipation that the ED will be taking up the matter next to the highest court of the country. Thank you, Harish, for getting us that update. Now, speaking of the West Bengal Chief Minister, because she's known to be a street fighter, and this is exactly what she did yesterday. A day after locking horns with the Enforcement Directorate in Kolkata, West Bengal Chief Minister broadened the battle lines, mobilizing her troops right from West Bengal to New Delhi. What began yesterday in Kolkata that reached the North Block, and as Mamata's MPs became her foot soldiers of defiance, marching straight to the Home Ministry offices, a high-security zone where protests are prohibited. Placards were raised, slogans were shouted. ED was accused of working for the BJP, and soon the Delhi police moved in, citing security concerns, and the protest was dismantled. The TMC MPs were forcefully evicted, dragged and carried away physically. Now, these images were quickly circulated and weaponized for outrage as Mamata's parliamentarians called the crackdown of an arrogant BJP's attempt to choke dissent and to crush democracy.
এদের বুকের পাটা নেই আমি তো বলবো এরা বেগুনের বাচ্চা এরা যদি বাঘের বাচ্চা দেখতে চান তো টিএমসি কে দেখুন বিজেপি হলো বেগুনের বাচ্চা টিএমসি হলো বাঘের বাচ্চা দেখ
हमारी ममता बंदोपाध्याय ने ईडी के ऊपर रेड किया कि ये बंगाल जीत नहीं सकते। तृणमूल कांग्रेस जीतेगी, ममता बंदोपाध्याय फिर मुख्यमंत्री बनेगी और आगे चलकर देश की प्रधानमंत्री बनेगी।
ममता बनर्जी और अभिषेक बनर्जी के सोल्जर हैं। हम अमित शाह से नहीं डरते हैं। हम लड़ेंगे और बंगाल जीतेंगे।
One thing is clear here: the Khela for Bengal that has now truly begun. The gloves are off and the claws are out. Flanked by thousands of party workers, Mamata Banerjee, battle-hardened agitator, has now switched to full attack mode. Right from the streets of Kolkata, she brands herself as an injured tigress and then roars that India is a democracy, not BJP's private property. You drag us on the road and we will drag you back.
এবং যা করেছি আমি কোনো অন্যায় করিনি তুমি আমায় খুন করতে এসছো আমার আত্মরক্ষা করার অধিকার আছে। চোরের মতো কেন এসছো? তুমি চুরি করে সব মানুষের এসআইআর এর ডাটা তুলে নিয়ে যাচ্ছিলে। তুমি আমাকে জেলে ভরবে, আমি তোমাকে সারা পৃথিবীতে ভরে দেবো। সুস্থ বাঘের থেকেও আহত বাঘ আরো ভয়ঙ্কর। লজ্জা করে না কান কাটা দোকান কাটার দল, জুমলা পার্টি, ঝামেলার পার্টি, হামলাকারী পার্টি, অত্যাচারী পার্টি, অনাচারী পার্টি, দুরাহারি পার্টি, দুরাচারী পার্টি, ব্যভিচারী পার্টি, স্বৈরাচারী পার্টি। কিন্তু ভ্যানিশ কুমার যদি ভোট ভ্যানিশ করে দেয় তাহলে বলবো না কেন? আপনি কি ম্যাজিশিয়ান? নাগরিকদের অধিকার কেড়ে নিলে আপনার অধিকারও আমরা কেড়ে নেব।
Now in Polpon, West Bengal, TMC clearly wants to send out a message raiding a political consultancy firm that is helping the TMC with poll strategy, and dragging its MPs who are protesting peacefully is political vendetta. They say it betrays the BJP's insecurity, but the BJP insists that this drama was deliberate, the victimhood was manufactured, and it was to divert the attention from the ED's case of money laundering probe and to provide cover fire to those under scanner.
It's a completely criminal offense.
The way Mamata Banerjee entered into the crime scene, the way she took away the flights, all the files, the way she uttered foul language against Home Minister, I think people will lose respect for her completely.
The entire action of the Chief Minister is not only unethical, irresponsible, unconstitutional, but she has put the entire democratic process and governance to shame.
She goes and obstructs the investigation, takes away the files, does evidence story. And this is the state of affairs. First it was Ma Mati Manush, now it is Balatkari Bachao, Bhari Bachao and Bhashtachari Bachao.
Now, as far as another breaking update is coming in, let's put that out. As far as Kolkata Police's Shakespeare Sarani officials have now questioned the domestic help of Pratik Jain's residents who had first opened the door when the ED officials arrived for the raid. As building security guards have also been questioned, and the residential apartment CCTV footage is also being now collected by the police. This is in connection with at least two of the FIRs that have been registered against unknown ED and CRPF officials at Shakespeare Sarani police station, as the police have now been questioning when it comes to the IPAC co-founder Pratik Jain's domestic help, and it was the domestic help who had opened the door when the ED had arrived. Let's get connected with Pooja on this. Pooja, both sides have now filed complaints with the police. How are we looking at the investigation now taking place, especially when it comes to what is the purpose here that is now being cited as to why Pratik Jain's domestic help is now being questioned?
Well, we're aware that the Shakespeare police station of the Kolkata police had registered 2 FIRs against unknown ED officials and CRPF jawans. The first FIR was a suo motu filed by Kolkata police officials, and the second FIR was filed on the complaint of West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Now, as far as the investigation of these 2 FIRs is concerned, what we're given to understand is that the IPAC co-founder and director Pratik Jain's residence's domestic help has been questioned. Her statement has been recorded because she was the person who had opened the door first when the ED officials arrived day before yesterday morning, and thereafter the apartment security guards have also been questioned by officials of Shakespeare police station, and the statement have been recorded. We're also getting to understand that the CCTV of the entire apartment has now been collected by officials of Shakespeare Sarani, and they are progressing with the investigation. Now, it is very clear while the ED is upping its against Kolkata police officials and government functionaries for restricting and obstructing the raid that was going on at IPAC co-founder and director Pratik Jain's residence and at the IPAC office. On the other hand, the West Bengal Chief Minister is also trying to up its ante against the ED officials and the CRPF jawans.
All right. So as far as not just the domestic help, but also building security guards are being questioned on part of the police, with both sides filing FIRs and have been taking up the complaint with the police as the investigation is underway.